Hey guys here. Wait,
Yeah,
what
I'm
month
not
is this
ready.
coming? Are you ready?
Ready.
Ready. Hey guys, welcome to the Q&A video for March of 2016. And if you follow me on Twitter, you might know that this Q&A video is with Meghan, aka Strawburry17.
It's me.
So Meghan and I did a collab that just came out for The Boy and the Beast, which is a Funimation movie. You should definitely check that out.
So good.
Yes, actually.
Like, it is an immersive experience. A movie hasn't caught me, and like an animation movie hasn't caught me up in the storyline like that in forever. I feel like maybe Tangled has been the last movie to do that. I was in that film. When stuff was happening, I was there. I was crying, I was holding my breath. It was the best.
You make it, when you say I was in that film, you made it sound like you were on the screen, like I was in the movie.
I felt like I was.
Like,
I might as well been. When stuff was happening, I was like, It was so
I was gonna say a
good.
spoiler from the movie, but there would have been a big spoiler from the movie.
Spoil.
No, I thought it was like, I was so impressed at how much story they crammed into it. Because when I got out of the screening, I was like, that felt like a 2.5 hour movie in a good way, because so many things happened, and then it was, I think it was pretty much 90 minutes right on the dot.
The progression was very interesting, and the animation was just so beautiful. Aren't they calling him the next Miyazaki?
Yeah. We asked you for questions on Twitter. We're gonna go run down and see what you guys asked. Favorite anime show from Ethan K. Mine's a tie. It would usually be a three-way tie. It's like the basic ones. It'd be Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, or Pokemon. But I get frustrated a lot watching Dragon Ball Z with like the writing. I'm like, oh, why did you do that? You should have just done this, or it was building up this. Sailor Moon and Pokemon. I haven't gone back to rewatch Pokemon in a long time, other than the episodes I have on like tape. Sailor Moon, I'll go back and rewatch, and I still have fun, but like there's still like some kind of cringy dub moments. So I'd have to rewatch Pokemon and be like, okay, how's that? And
I mean, I think for me, it's always going to be Sailor Moon. There's nothing that will ever top that.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I watched Madoka Magica recently, and that was pretty good.
Which Hogwarts house would you be in?
Oh, I took the test. I'm actually Ravenclaw.
I took the test many times when I was like 10 and 12 and whatever on the website, and it was Gryffindor.
Nice.
But also, like, I took the test so many times, I think I knew which answers would get me into Gryffindor.
Yeah, I tried to see if, like, I don't know, I was like trying to see if I could trick like the test to see if I would still be Ravenclaw, and I answered some of the questions differently, and I ended up being Hufflepuff.
Marissa just wants to know, how's your day going?
It's pretty okay. I got Chewy some dog food, kind of a sore throat. I ate a pretzel, grilled cheese. Now I kind of feel like throwing up a little bit.
What do you do when you've run out of YouTube videos to watch? From Nat, Redfang25.
Netflix. Or you go back to like throwbacks, older videos. That's a rabbit hole.
Yeah, I have like a watch, you know, the watch later tab. I only recently started using that, and I have like all these like 1 hour YouTube videos. I'm like, that looks really cool, like fan film. Someone will make like a big fan film. I haven't gotten around to all of them yet, but like if I run out of like your regular YouTube videos, and I got some time, I'll go back and watch something like, oh, someone made like a really cool Star Trek movie.
Yeah.
Weirdest childhood memory, and I don't know what my answer to that is.
Well, one time I was trying to set this record where I would race around this dirt track on my bike, and we had this dog that was really crazy, and it would run after us, and it would like nip us. It would like not bite us, but it'd nip us, like give us a little pinch. And this dog was just kind of dumb. Like we found him in a trash can. He was about to die when he was a little puppy. It was really sad, but like we loved him, but he was a little dumb. So I'm racing, and my brothers show up, and they let the dog go, and I'm on my last stretch of the lap trying to finish on this like dirt track, and the dog runs right in front of me, and I run over the dog on my bike.
You didn't kill it, did you?
No, it was a decent sized dog, but we both, like, I went cartwheeling like an anime, you know, and like an anime character flies. I cartwheeled like that, so did the dog, and we both wound up on the grassy part of the field, but I was like, whoa. And then people who were like, not even my friends watching, they're like, oh my gosh, that was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I was cool for a moment for that insane fall. I'm glad I didn't die. I could have died. Dumb dog. That's weird.
Dumb dog.
I ran over a dog with my bike, and we both survived. But I came out cool in the end.
My sisters and I don't even know why this game is fun. Looking back, you're like, why would this be fun? But like, we used to play this game with bean bags and like pillows and stuff and blankets and stuff. We were like, we're gonna be a cheeseburger. And like the bean bags were the buns. The blanket was the cheese. We were like the patties. And then like The pillows we had were green, so that's pickles, obviously. Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah, Dad.
And like the game was like, you sandwich that all together and you push them off furniture. Well, you're in a beanbag, so you're safe. But looking back, like I'm like, why does the hamburger part of that make it fun? I could just jump off of furniture into a beanbag. Yeah, and like, I don't need to name that.
You got a little too into it.
We got really into it. Okay, to go along with like weirdest memory, favorite memory.
I think when I was 5, my mom threw me a cowboy birthday party. And there was an actual pony there, and everyone had to dress up as little cowboys. And like that was my first taste of like cosplay outside of Halloween, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I have like this really weird memory, like where I remember stuff when I was like 2 years old, like crazy like little things that would happen. But I remember this whole birthday, like
oh wow,
it was amazing, and I was like, wow, birthdays are incredible.
I vividly remember seeing Lion King. Like, I don't know if this is my favorite memory, but it's like a very, like you say, you can kind of remember more of the experience. Like, I remember leaving the theater and just being like, I mean, like, even now, whenever, like, Disney does an animated movie, they always compare it to Lion King. So, like, being there, like, when it was in the theater for the first time, I was like, whoa.
I know. I saw Lion King in theaters, too. That was
an experience. Favorite Sailor Scout?
Venus. Obviously, she's the coolest.
Mars. I said this before when you were on our podcast.
I would say Mars. Guys always say Mars.
Why? No, the reason it's Mars is because she's got all those cool psychic powers, and when like as a guy, fire is really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's like the guy who has the fire ring in Captain Planet. Same reason. And then there was another one.
Yeah,
but
I'm not trusting your answers here, but yeah, sure.
The whole like I said psychic.
Actually,
thing.
that is kind of cool.
Yeah.
That is. I mean,
like she can like read fire.
They're all really cool.
Yeah. Although you said Sailor Venus, why Sailor Venus?
Dude, she's amazing. She's like the OG. She's there to like train all of them, and she was the one who knew about everything first. Like she's the one who has her stuff together.
Are you a Girl Scout? No, I'm not.
What?
I'm not.
We can't be friends now. I wasn't a Girl Scout, but I was a missionette, which is like the church version. There's Royal Rangers, which are Boy Scouts, basically, and then missionettes are Girl Scouts.
We never had that. Royal Rangers sounds really cool.
It was really cool. I wanted to be a Royal Ranger more than I wanted to be a missionette.
John's in the background, and he just did like a morphing thing. I'm like, that's exactly what I would do. Favorite TV shows?
Ooh, really like Suits. Suits is one of my favorite. Catching up on that right now, so no spoilers, but that's incredible. This one's canceled, but I loved it. I loved Revenge. It's one of those like shows that's really bad but really good. That was really great. Watching The 100 right now.
I knew a girl who's on that show.
I know you told me last time. You
and
don't know who specifically.
I'll point her out, but this girl, I knew her in college, and we had the college TV station that I did, TSTV, and then she messed up reading the teleprompter on our first day, and I was like, some people just aren't meant for television. And then now she's like a lead on the CW's 100. I was like, oh,
crushing
man.
it probably.
But what's worse is like before, like when she first moved out to LA, but she hadn't made it yet, she would like message us back, be like, hey, can you give me this episode I did for my reel? And then it was my job to do that. So she was like, hey, give me my episodes. And I was like, all right, well, tell me which episodes you're in, because I'm not going to comb through like all the episodes we have.
Everything.
And like it just got into a back and forth, and then like I got like a promotion, so it wasn't quite my job anymore, but I was still the person who was talking. Anyways,
wow,
it never happened. It never happened. And looking back, I'm like, I really wish I had done that. Like I really wish I had gone the extra mile, because then it would have been like, hey, Lindsey, here you go. Here's the episodes from your friend Steven here. We were Facebook friends for a little bit, but then she got really big. I'm not like bitter. Like this happens. We were Facebook friends.
No regret.
And then like she became super famous, and like you did like a Facebook version. I didn't make the cut.
You'd make my cut.
I watched New Girl, Modern Family.
Oh, those are all great.
I still keep up with Family Guy.
Jessica Jones, Daredevil, great.
I don't watch too much TV, like because it's like
I only
a
watch
commitment.
what's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I don't have cable, so I don't really.
See, I'm the opposite. I do have cable, so I just watch whatever's like on demand, and I watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And
That's a good one.
I really need to catch up with Agent Carter. I haven't watched any of season 2 yet. I need to make the time.
I need to watch Agent Carter.
It's really cool.
I heard that one's really good.
Did you watch any of the first season?
No.
I think you'll really like it. It's really cool. What is your favorite thing about anime?
I think what makes it my favorite and why it's so different than any other like cartoon series is because the characters are relatable in a serious way, but also they're funny and not an overly like, you know, like Cartoon Network kind of way. They're, I don't know, it's hard to say. Like, anime is just this really weird extension of like maybe your brain, like the way you look at situations. Like, you know, when someone makes you feel embarrassed and like the sweat drips down your face, like that's something you think of in your head, but not in real life. In anime, like you get to see that. I don't know.
I think initially my favorite thing was the action, like all those three I mentioned before, Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, and Sailor Moon. The action looks amazing in that, and I think it looks better than most like American cartoons the way they do action. But then now, older, looking back on it, like anime can encompass such a wide range of things, like you were kind of saying.
No, definitely.
And that's why, like, even though it's a cartoon, you can have something really funny. You can have like a romantic anime or a serious anime. Like Boy and the Beast was like funny but serious and in depth.
Oh, such a good show.
Yeah, it like expands what a cartoon can do, I think.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Are you gonna have a booth at VidCon this year?
I am. It's gonna be awesome.
I worked at a booth last year for Annoying Orange. I'm with the Annoying Orange. That's kind of how we met, actually.
Yeah.
Not sure if we'll have a booth yet this year. If we do, we'll let you know. And you should come buy our stuff. And come by and say hi.
Come by and say bye.
What is the craziest risk you've ever taken?
In 2012, my YouTube career was going really bad. Like it was just like after they like purged all the channels, dropped subscribers, and the algorithm changed. Like my AdSense was doing really bad. There wasn't really much left for me to do, like to improve my channel. I couldn't survive. This happened to a lot of YouTubers. A lot of your favorites that like aren't on YouTube anymore. That's what happened to them. But what's the question?
Craziest risk or biggest risk?
So I should have gone home.
Craziest.
That's what a sane person would have done. Like just go home, figure it out, save up some money, like figure out what you want to do with your career. If I still wanted to do YouTube, whatever. I needed to go home though and like figure stuff out. But instead I went on The Amazing Race, and it definitely like that could have ended really badly too. That could have been a waste of my time, but it wasn't. It was great. Helped my YouTube career, helped me, like not the race in general, but it helped me realize I was
like on a personal level.
Yeah, it helped me realize I was a lot stronger than I thought I was. And then I came back and I was like, no, I'm not giving up. I don't care how much money I have in my bank account. I'm gonna give it all that I got, and I did, and now I'm still here. So that was a crazy risk because it could have gone really bad, really bad. I'd
be so intimidated to go on The Amazing Race. I don't know how you did it. The biggest risk I've ever taken is probably moving to LA. Because like whenever I see an obstacle, I have to take it head on. But usually it's like, well, if I fail, I can try it again next year. But like moving to LA, like you can't just, oh, I didn't get a job and I ran out of money. Well, let me just do it again in a year. Like, no, you've kind of burned through everything. So that was a big risk.
It's hard living out here.
But I made it work. I almost didn't though. Like I started working at Annoying Orange like right before I ran out of money. I had like 6 months of savings, and I got it like right before the 6 months started. So I was like, oh my gosh, perfect timing.
That running out of money thing is the scariest feeling when you're out here in LA.
And
it's the realest thing. That's like adult thing. Like you're like, whoa.
And a friend of mine who had been crashing on our couch had just run out of money and moved back to Texas. So it was like very real to me. I was like, oh my gosh, the clock is ticking.
Yeah.
And he was like helping pay rent. So when he left, my money started running out a lot quicker.
No.
So I was like, oh my gosh. Kelsey Deemer asks, what was your highlight of 2015?
I guess the highlight of 2015 is that we really stuck to our guns with figuring out the formats of our shows. Because a lot of people, so here's the thing guys, a lot of people get upset, but like we change all of our shows because we would go into pitch for meetings for like shows, or people have all this money to invest in content, and then they would look at our YouTube videos and think that we wouldn't know how to produce something of that level. They're like, why would we give you money if all you do is, vlog in your bedroom? So we had to kind of break that stereotype, and since we didn't have those huge numbers like, some of the top tier YouTubers, they wouldn't trust us. So past 2 years we worked really, really hard to prove that, one, we can produce really high quality content. Two, maybe it doesn't necessarily work on YouTube, but it could work somewhere else. And to the end of 2015 is where we started to see a lot of that return, where a lot of people were like, we love the quality of your work, we want to work on this project with you. So that was like a really big highlight, and it was so like, it's so rewarding, because I know it was really tough for our subscribers to kind of watch us change and they feel like they're being left behind. But for the ones that did stick around and supported us through that, now, 2016 is going to be so exciting because we were able to prove to people that we're more than just I don't even know, whatever the company is, a stereotype.
Yeah.
We can do a whole heck of a lot more, and we're gonna.
Yeah, I'm kind of like a film snob, so like the fact that you do more than just vlog in your bedroom, that like that whole stereotype, like you bring in production crews and you get really cool directors, and make it look like really well produced. Like I love seeing that on YouTube, and whenever I see people who do that be really successful, that makes me feel really happy, because A, that's what I try to do, but B, like that's the kind of content that, like, as someone who's on YouTube, like that's the kind of stuff I want to represent the community.
Aww, that makes me feel good.
There you go.
Thanks, Steven.
Oh, I have two. One was VidCon, because we had a booth, and like I was working the booth for so much of the time I was the annoying orange booth, and like that was the first time I was like really interacting with fans, and they were coming up being like, oh, I love Sour Rangers, or oh man, this is really cool, or they'd watch the videos. They're like, oh man, that's awesome. Or we'd even get parents who were like, the show's not really for me, but my son loves it, so let me get stuff for him.
IRL feedback.
Yeah, that was the first time I got that, and that was really cool. And like even when a handful of people came up and knew who I was, like I'm such a small, like so small on the scale of things. Whenever someone, like even once at Target.
You're big in my heart, Steven.
Thank you. But like one time at Target, my cash register guy was like, hey, you make the Power Rangers videos. I was like, I do!
Oh, that's so cool.
It was really fun. And then like the other highlight was Power Rangers related. I got to finally interview Jason, the original Red Ranger. And I interviewed tons of Power Rangers, and each time it's like really fun and cool, but like Jason was like the first hero I had as a kid. So I was kind of shaking, you can tell in the beginning before I like got into the interview. And then after the interview, I was just walking around the convention floor like.
You're like floating?
I was. No, I literally felt like I was floating. Like I had to like run to my closest friend. I like ran up to her booth. I was like, that just happened. It was really cool.
That's cool.
And he was a really cool guy. Like I'd hate for it to like meet him and he'd be like annoying or something or rude. But no, he was really cool. He was like really inspirational too. I was like, you're exactly what I wanted you to be as a kid.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
Really
that
cool.
makes me sad. I wish I could meet Trini now.
He said nice things about Twee. She was cool.
Really?
Yeah. She was cool. Yeah, no, I asked him like what was like your favorite, like one of your favorite memories from the show, and he talked about a PSA that I did with Twee, and it was about like peaceful resolutions, like when they're in like fighting and he doesn't fight and he like resolves it with his words.
Aww.
That was good. That was good. If you didn't have YouTube, what would your dream job be?
There's a few of them. I'd be an astronaut, I'd be a stunt woman, or a NASCAR driver.
I went to film school, so I guess I'd probably still be out here trying to do a pretty similar thing, just not on YouTube. So I'd probably be trying to be a writer on a show or director or something like that. But if you like take that entire film aspect away, probably martial arts.
Ooh.
Like, I don't know, it's just really, I get really in the zone. But like, I can't have time for both, so I pick film right now.
Yeah.
So probably keep going with martial arts. Keep working on those black belts. Getting up there.
Get all the black belts.
All of them. Okay, so Hero Brown left a comment on one of my Power Ranger interviews that his favorite monster was Goldar. So who's your favorite monster from Power Rangers?
I wouldn't even be able to tell you from memory. I know.
Like you could be like, the one that was a pig and ate things. And I'd be like,
I mean, like
pig.
the only one that comes to mind is Ivan Ooze, because like I did that purple shampoo tweet when I said I feel like Ivan Ooze. That's the only one.
That is a perfectly acceptable answer.
Okay.
You go back and watch that movie, he's legit really clever and funny.
Yeah, no,
Like,
he was pretty great.
Yeah.
The like memes and stuff online about
Yeah.
it. Because when I was trying to find that GIF, I was like laughing. through all the
Especially with
photos.
X-Men Apocalypse, when like the first image of Apocalypse, he looked all purple, and they were like, oh, it's Ivan Ooze's brother. Did you see the picture they just released of the new Power Rangers cast? Like they just started filming yesterday.
What?
And they released a
I did
picture.
not see this. The fact that
And-
PG gets to play the Yellow
Yeah.
Ranger, it hurts me.
Yeah, I figured you're a big Trini fan, which we're going to talk about. This looks like a really kind of serious, legit movie. Like
It
everybody's.
kind of looks like a CW show.
It kind of does. Everybody's so serious.
Becky G looks pretty cool, but I mean, I'm still sad.
That it's not you.
That's not me.
That's not
I'm
you.
just jealous. She looks great. I'm just jealous.
Yeah. I gotta know why Trini is your favorite Power Ranger.
Okay, I'm gonna break it down. I say this all the time, but people loved Kimberly because she was cute, she was funny, but here's the thing, she always needed saving. She always needed someone to come and help her. Yeah, Trini may have fallen a few times, but she always held her own. She was always fighting her own battles, and I like the fact that she didn't have a skirt, although I found out later on, I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that's why. But I also, like, I'm like super like gender neutral when it comes to like clothes and stuff like that. Growing up with 4 brothers, hand-me-downs, like I just got what they got. So I don't know, I just thought it was cool. I thought she was cool. She was super peaceful. Her martial arts were super sick. She had a lot more to bring to the table than Kimberly did. And that's why she was always my favorite. I'm like, she's more of a role model than Kimberly.
So you may not be Trini in the new Power Rangers movie, but we can kind of make you Trini right now.
Oh, let's do this! It's Morphin time! Saber-tooth tiger!
Dragon Zord! Tyrannosaurus! All right, now I need that back.
I don't think so. You gave it to me, Steven.
It's not a gift.
Finder's me.
Thanks for coming on the Q&A on
Thanks
the channel,
for the
Meghan. I'm gonna have to find a way to get that back. If you have any questions for us or anything you'd like to see, maybe future collabs, you should leave those in the comments below. And you should definitely check out the video we did over on Meghan's channel for The Boy and the Beast.
It's awesome.
And I even make a little cameo in there.
You did. You bring the donuts.
Fun. I brought all the donuts and the fun. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I'll see you next week. Punch it.